that he would become a pastor after studying Greek and Hebrew and mastering the English language. Well, he did. After the Civil War, he moved to Philadelphia, where he gained some employment as a brick carrier. He married, his wife's name was Daisy, and they attended Bainbridge Street Methodist Episcopal Church. Well, that's a mouthful, isn't it? And at the church, he became a Saxon, which was a job that paid nothing. But that's what he did. Later on, he became a pastor of a 130-member congregation at Bainbridge Street, and he grew that church, and that church relocated to Broad and Fitzwater streets, and they renamed the church the East Calvary Methodist Episcopal Church. Again, a mouthful for a church. But he was so incredible in his leadership and his speaking ability that church that they relocated to seated 900, and that church grew to become over 10,000. When he died, they renamed the church the Tindley Temple United Methodist Church. And why did I tell you all that? Because Charles Tindley was a man of deep faith and great thanks. He gave thanks for everything that God had provided for him. And he had some very difficult times because as a young man, he had a son. And his son was young, and his son died of starvation and pneumonia because they simply couldn't provide food in his young days. Well, he still gave thanks for everything that God had provided them. On Thanksgiving Day, he asked his wife to set the table for Thanksgiving, and the only thing they had to eat in their house was some stale crusted bread. They sat at the table, they prayed, they gave thanks to God for their salvation, they thanked God for his provision, and suddenly the knock came at the door, and the church member had brought them a box of food. They thanked God for the food, for his provision, and continued their journey of faith. Well, I tell you that because it's Thanksgiving. We're a week away. And take time to give thanks. Whether you have a lot or whether you have a little, give God thanks. Do you live in a house? Give God thanks. Are you eating food? Give God thanks. Are you healthy? Give God thanks. Maybe it's time for you to count your blessings, and as the song says, name them one by one. But take time, slow down, and give thanks. Never forget that God is with you in the difficult times and in the good times. Give thanks. God bless you. Thanks for joining me today, and look forward to seeing you again Thanksgiving morning, okay? God bless you. Looking for a church? Come on down to Meadowbrook, 945 and 11. We'd love to have you. God bless.